Hello, everyone. My name is Dana, and I am your grief coach. So, today we have, as I'm recording this, there are 3 remaining days left in October. And October has been designated as National Emotional Awareness Month. So I think that it's a good time, whether you're watching this now in October, whether you're watching this in August, whenever you're watching it, I think that it's a good time to do a emotional temperature check. See where you are in your emotions and how can you move from one emotion into another. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So make sure that you like, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you share this video with other people who need healing with grief and loss. So let's get started. So I'm going to read off a list of different emotions. And if they resonate with you, if you want to just like kind of like virtually raise your hand, if you want to drop them in the comment section below, if you want to just kind of close your eyes and just do a mental check, do what works well for you. So let's get started. Can you identify with feeling anxiety, betrayal, hurt, rejection, envy, abandonment, inadequacy, relief, vindictiveness, denial, regret, distrust, empathy, or anguish. And those were just a few. I was just doing a recording yesterday for another presentation, and one of the things that I said in that presentation, I also say in groups and in one-on-ones with individuals, is that it's okay if you're not okay. It's okay if you feel relief. It's okay if you feel inadequacy right now as it relates to grief and loss. Feel those feelings. I think we're so often used to feeling anger and love that we forget there's so many other emotions that we as human beings have the capacity to express. I also think that sometimes we don't know how to do a temperature check because we're so used to only identifying in one emotion. And so I would just challenge you, if you're watching this, to just sit with that. Sit with the place of, what am I feeling? Right? Not what am I thinking? Because with grief and with loss, it's a heart thing. It's not a head thing. You can't rationalize it. You can't, mentally kind of go through it in your head of what went wrong or how did it go wrong. It's not a mental thing. You have to sit in your heart with it. And so as you sit with it, whatever it might be for you, process that. And I tell everybody, everyone is not into talk therapy. It does not work for everyone. If you're watching this video, then maybe talk therapy is for you. Or if you think that you can identify this with someone that's going through this somewhere else, maybe you can give them some of these exercises to do as well, because they may not watch this video, and that's okay. But if you want to pass the content over to other people, please do that. So if talk therapy or just talking things out doesn't work for you, write some things out. Get a piece of paper, get a journal, do like a video journal or even a like voice note journal of what it is that you're feeling, and get it out that way. If you, some people can draw. if you want to use that to kind of, and it doesn't have to be like artistic, right? It's just kind of like, I want to feel sunshine and flowers, but I'm actually feeling, the rain coming down. It may not be images, it may be symbols, it may be colors. So just getting some colors and drawing some colors on a sheet of paper to evoke where you are in your emotions. You can put on music. I think that people miss that sometimes, that music has the ability to draw us into some emotions that, everyone has a classic love song that they like, and then if they play it, it takes them back into that kind of place. And there are some songs that bring out that rage and that anger. So playing songs. But I also say too, in addition to playing songs, is actually moving, because you actually not only hear it, but you're actually moving the energy of it. So if you could like play a song, whatever the emotion is, and see if you can attribute some type of movement to that song. And one of the things that someone else mentioned was like even movies. Movies have, or TV series has a way of, we can identify with certain characters. We can identify with certain way things played out, and like, oh yeah, that kind of happened to me, or I wish that would have happened to me. So don't, I think another good thing too is I know someone who used to love romance novels, and then they stopped reading romance novels, and then they started watching like Hallmark. I can't say that word. Hallmark channels, movies and stuff, and that translates because it's almost the same thing. Instead of going from a visual, to a reading it, it kind of has the same thing. So that may work for some people. The thing is you want to be able, like, whatever those emotions that I listed, and there's tons more, is once you kind of do a temperature check and you're just like, okay, I'm feeling this. How did I get here? Okay, I know how I got here. Now, how do I move on? What's the next thing? And doing those things can propel you out of the anxiety and push you over into an emotion that you want to touch, that you want to grab onto. So what emotion do you want to latch onto? Do you want to latch on to joy? Do you want to latch on to happiness? Do you want to latch on to love? Do you want to latch on to acceptance and certainty? Do you want to latch on to vitality? Like, what is it that you want to grab hold of that is almost like a reaching up and grabbing? You want to make sure that you identify with where you are and where you want to go, so when you reach your destination. I think a lot of times that gets not really communicated well. Is, okay, where are you now and where do you want to be emotionally? So I hope this was helpful for everyone. Please let me know your feedback, your thoughts, and please let me know where you are emotionally. As we're all doing this temperature check, where are you emotionally? So until next time, and until we meet again, goodbye everyone. Enjoy.